Hey guys, welcome back again to Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. When we last left off, we finally finished the story of you and Yosuke together. finally, literally finishing up all the to-be continues that we have so far. But yeah, today we're gonna be covering two Chie's and Yukiko as well for today. So yeah, let's see how they're both finished. Because it wasn't actually completely the same with you and Yosuke. Actually, the most canon, I guess, version is the main protagonist here. But seeing how what everybody else would have dealt and that kind of stuff, it's still kind of interesting. So yeah. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So before we start Chie and Yukiko, I actually want to go and check out Yu's here for a second, and I think I know which one it. Because it's in gold, but I'm pretty sure it has to be in red. So what I'm gonna do is completely skip. I might RC. Let's skip the next path section. I will accept who you truly are, maybe? I mean, it doesn't really matter because I already kind of did it, so. So we may have to fight it off. I forgot about Artorias. I think I can cope with you here if my controller drift doesn't. It's not a hassle. All right. See what I mean about Artorias? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god, why is this so violent? It's too... I don't remember this. That wasn't happening last time. Alright, let me just give this a go again. Finally. Alright, can you just calm the fuck down? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Not on my watch. There we go. Alright, it wasn't as violent as the last battle. But it was kinda like, wait, what? Alright. I just wanna see because I think obviously there's the dialogue option that actually does matter, so let me just skip through to see if there's anything new. I think it's more likely the one is after the one other choice before fighting her again, like here. I think I chose last time we'll save her no matter what it takes. I won't let her be hurt like this anymore.
She's suffered enough. I won't let you hurt her.
Alright, this is new. Alright, maybe not. Maybe just new dialogue and that's it. Maybe something bad happens here, who knows.
Finally. Fight!
Damn it.
Over here.
All right. Calm the fuck down. What is that? You have no persona. Calm down. Calm the F down.
My, she was quite easily defeated. Evident.
That it? Okay, signal Kanji. Directly into Kanji's eyes for a moment, hoping that he understands my intention here. But Kanji blushes and looks away. Come on, Kanji. Get with the program. Hey, wait, what do you think I meant? I went towards Yosuke instead. I fixed Yosuke with a stern. Okay, sorry. That got me so bad. That's why I love Kanji so much. He's such a goofball. It's like, oh my god, what do you... Fuck's sake, Kanji, get your shit together. I fixed Yosuke with a stern gaze, hoping he'll succeed. Where Kanji failed. Come on, Yosuke, back me up.
Yeah.
Sorry, just Kanji. Kanji's such a goofball. I think that was it. Hope I didn't have to do things again. I mean, there was a lot of dialogue there. Maybe it was because of that. No. Okay. I might have to fight again because I didn't save from the last bookmark. I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. And if my drift doesn't like get rid of my, I was gonna save with a bookmark, but yeah.
Finally. Fight.
Over here.
God damn it.
Over here.
Take it easy. No.
Persona.
No. Oh, that was cool. Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Stop being so aggressive. Uh-oh. That was actually cool. We both did the same attack, but she had more priority. The thing with Labris is that she tanks. She can withstand damage. She has no like damage. She has a damage interruption. Yeah.
Fight.
Over here. Go.
Right here. I think if I do the circle one, it goes longer distance. Yeah. I mean, I'm on PlayStation 4 controller. So let's bookmark here. If it's like beginning part, then I'll just kind of cut the video out, so I can just show you that part maybe. Right, we signal Yosuke. I can't. That dialogue. Will we meet again?
That will depend on you.
Maybe that's it. I don't remember any other dialogue that there were in the beginning. Or is it just that it? Well, anyways, it was cool to go back to go with a kanji selection here. So, I'm just trying to think what other dialect do we had in the beginning. But anyways, let's get right into Chie again. We continue from the cliffhanger. So here's when we met Akihiko.
Who the hell are you? Why are you after us?
We've come to take you in. Would it clear things up if I mentioned the name Kirijo?
The shadow glares hatefully at the guy in the cape. The red cape guy takes off his hood and glares back at Miss President and her shadow. What? What does he mean by taking her in?
I'll never go back there!
Sorry about that.
Damn it, get back here!
The girl suddenly runs out of the room, her shadow in hot pursuit.
Wait! Ugh.
The guy in the cage tries to follow, but he trips over Kanji, who's still on the floor. Kanji mumbles something in his stupor. The girl and her shadow are incredibly fast. They left just seconds ago, and I can't even see them anymore. The guy with the cape stands up, annoyed, and clicks his tongue. He just face planted, and he doesn't seem to be bothered by it. Doesn't that hurt? But aside from that,
Who are you, really? What did you do to Kanji-kun?
We had a battle between men. Could you turn down a challenge for the title of strongest man?
what? Huh? What's he talking about? What the hell are you up to, Kanji-kun? I have so many questions to ask that I don't know where to begin. The guy turns his back to
I
me.
need to go after them. You're better off forgetting what you just saw.
Whoa, wait a sec. That's all very well for you to say, but... Hey, I said wait!
Without another word, he runs off. Talk about a one-sided conversation. Couldn't he have at least said his
Guy
name?
is so bizarre. I couldn't sense him approaching at all, and I can't track his presence now either.
Rishi-chan bites her lip in frustration. She doesn't look well. She must have been concentrating hard this whole time. Of course, she's been under a lot of stress up until now. I need to let her rest a
Hey,
bit.
Risa-chan, take care of Kanji for me.
Huh? Are you going after him?
Of course. No way I can leave that red cape weirdo or Miss President be.
If she can't pursue them with her persona, then I'll catch up to them on foot. The basics of police investigation are in the legwork, after all. You better be ready for when I catch up with you, Mr. Red Cape. Okie dokie. After a bit of running around, I finally spot that conspicuous cape turning a corner in a hallway. He's really fast. I could barely keep up with him, but thankfully the gym should be up ahead, even though there's no way to be sure of that here. Good. I can take him on from here.
Hold it right there, Buster!
The guy stops to look back at me and frowns, but he doesn't attempt to run off again. Did he have a change of heart? I don't know what's going on, but now I can catch up with him.
You're gonna tell me what's going on! Who is that Labras girl? Is she really a machine? And why are you after her? What are you gonna do once you catch her?
What good would knowing that do you?
What?
I'm here on a certain mission. You could even call it a duty. My resolution is nothing like yours, based on curiosity.
A duty?
He wraps his knuckles on the air behind him, and there's a sound. Seems like there's another invisible wall keeping him from going.
Ridiculous Grand Prix is still going on.
What? Wait, you mean...
I quickly turn around and check the section I just came through. When I reach out my hand, I feel a wall there.
We're trapped. So, like, do we...
That's what you get for coming after me so recklessly. The rule that one opponent must be defeated is still in effect.
One of the tournament's rules, you can't leave if you don't fight and win. In other words, in order to keep following the girl, I have to fight this scary looking guy. He slammed Kanji straight through a wall. I'm sure this guy has to be a Persona user too. He said that he'd come to take her in. I'm guessing he came through a TV on his own too. Do I have a chance of beating this guy? No, I can't doubt myself. I have to do this. I muster up all my courage and square off against him.
Alright, I accept.
Huh. Why are you willing to go to such lengths to catch up to Labras?
Labras. So I guess that's this Miss President's real
I
name.
don't know why. I just know that she was in pain. I don't know if my reasons are better or worse than yours, but I can't turn my back on her.
When I say that, his eyes get even more intense. I almost flinch, but I know that I can't look weak in front of this guy. I glare right back at him. I've seen that look in people's eyes before. I've seen it in people acting with determination that never wavers. In the eyes of my friends, while we fought so hard all through last year. I can't look away from that strength of resolve. That's when his expression softened slightly, and he answers.
All right. To answer your questions, what you saw was the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labrys. She was given a heart so she could use a persona.
A weapon? Then she really is a robot. But she's so cute. And she even sounds like a normal girl. Oh, so that's what her lost memories were about. And since she has a heart, she has a shadow too.
She has a shadow? Do you mean the thing where there's 2 of her?
I nod and tell him about how this world works, especially about the shadows. I'm not great at explaining things, but I've already told Labrys not too long ago, so I should know what to say, I hope. The guy in the cave listens quietly, nodding now and again as if he understands everything I'm saying.
I get it now. The mastermind behind all this isn't Labrys, but her shadow.
I think that's it anyway. She didn't have any memories and thought she was the student council president. But I wonder what's with this tournament. What could she have wished for to make this happen?
I have some suspicions about that. Labrys may have been forced to do some inhumane things while she was in development. Her original circumstances may be related to the setup of this Grand Prix.
Then, this tournament is a reenactment of what Labrys went through in her past?
Looks like you'll be alone forever. No one can understand you. I recall what the shadow said. If that's what Labrys had been feeling all this time...
She just wanted someone to understand how she felt. Is that it?
So that's why she made people fight against their friends. Because she had to do it in her past? But still, nobody could understand her. That may have been what the shadow was saying. I was doubting her. I was doubting her too. I didn't even try to believe what she was saying. Even though my way of doing things wasn't great. I'm starting to get lost in my own thoughts. But the Cape guy speaks up.
That's all I can tell you. If you still want to search for her, you'll have to defeat me to move on. What'll it be?
I search for the right words within me. I need to think it through before I say anything. I can see the strength in his eyes, waiting for me to say the right thing. I can't say I'm doing this just because.
If Labrys wished to make us go through what she went through, that means she wanted to be understood. She wanted someone to save her.
That's just your guess, though.
But if it's possible I'm right, then I can't abandon her. That's why I won't go back until I've saved her. Her heart is worth fighting for.
I'm looking straight into his eyes and I say this. And he smiles. But even though he's smiling, he suddenly seems a lot more menacing.
What's your name? Mine's Akihiko Sanada.
I'm Chie Satanaka, a 3rd year at Yasogami High.
I like the fire in your eyes. Then let's fight and see whose passion comes out on top.
Alright. The real deal is here. So where do we fight him in another timeline, in another perspective through when we went through Chie? So now we're fighting him on story terms. Oh. Damn it.
Get away!
No. Nope. Not. Damn it. Oh wow! Akihiko. So yeah, I kind of discovered many things with Chie, which I actually kind of have fun. To be honest, I think one of the characters I like to play in this game for now, it's literally Yosuke and Chie. They have really good combos, very easy to learn.
Phew, that was a hard fight, but
I won?
Looks like it.
I won! Akihiko-san stands up and quietly speaks
Tell
to
me,
me.
Chie, what are you gonna do when you get to Lapras?
What would I do when I get to her? I need to answer this properly too. Now that I've won, I can't half-ass anything.
Gonna apologize for saying such awful things to her. But that's not all. I want to talk to her. Really come to an understanding with her. Even if things are too painful for you to endure on your own, you can still overcome them if you have friends to help. I know that. And I want to show her that too. That's why I won't let her be alone. No matter what.
It's no good. I wanted to be strong and straightforward, but my feelings got ahead of my brain, and I couldn't say it the way I wanted to. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, but that's honestly how I feel. I stand there sheepishly, but Akihiko-san's expression softens and he smiles. It's not the same as the determined smile he had before. This is a kind,
Remind me a little of my friends.
Your friends?
I'm sure you'll be able to do the right thing. Do what your heart tells you.
With that, he takes off his cape and sits on the ground. He hasn't said anything more, but I can tell what he means. Hurry up and go in my place. That's what he says, right?
Okay. Thank you very much.
I thanked him before I realized what I was saying. I mean, Akihiko believed in me, even though we just met. He's placing his faith in me. I may not be the best talker, but we communicate with our fists, and we come to an understanding. Now all I can do now is run. My legs, my heart, everything feels light. I should be able to reach out to that girl now, for sure.
Alright, guess we go to the rooftop.
I finally made it back.
While I was on the way, Risa-chan contacted me. Lapras and her shadow seem to have returned to the announcement room together. If they're together, then it most likely means that Lapras has been taken captive by the shadow. If they're in the same place, then Akihiko and I were made to fight just to buy them time. Luckily, Risa-chan says that she's already escaped to a different room. She's complaining about how heavy Kanji-kun is too. I guess he hasn't woken up yet. In any case, when I open this door, it'll be a one-on-one battle against the shadow. I take a deep breath and open the door.
Miss President... Oh, Lapras? Are you here?
That man told you to come here, didn't he?
The moment I enter, a sharp voice calls out to me. I see the speaker standing alone in the center of the room. Is she the shadow? No, this is Lapras herself. Of course, her shadow has to be watching from close by too. I can't let my guard down.
No, he didn't. I came here because I wanted to.
Say it to
You
her.
just want to capture me like all the others. Well,
Lapras reaches for the battle axe attached to her back. I can see in her eyes that she's serious about
Lapras,
this.
I didn't come here to fight you.
I'm never going back there. I never want to get put through that again. I'm gonna run away. Just you watch me. If anyone gets in my way, I'll stomp them all.
It's no use. She's not listening. She's completely worked up. It must be because her past was so painful. But I need her to calm down right now. I brace myself for the fight and get ready.
I'm sorry. I can't stop now. There's something I need you to know.
Alright, guess we're battling her without her persona, so let's see how annoying can she get.
Finally!
Oh. Oh. Damn God damn it.
Give it up. Take it easy. Give it up.
Ah, damn it. Thinking she had already a head start for me, so that's why she kind of like beat the crap out of me. So let's start this again.
Finally.
Damn it. Damn it. No. Gosh. It's her resistance. It's so annoying. She's got armor. That's the problem.
Finally.
No. Ah, damn it. No! You what? Oh my god! That's so BS. That's so BS.
Finally.
No. Still hit me. At least it wasn't that big damage that she dealt. Nope. No. Come on. Ah, damn it. And that's just only because she doesn't have a persona. Right, and I guess she compensates a lot from that armor that she has. It's so, I can tell you, so BS. I forgot the punch. There we go. I'm still like shocked the amount of damage that axe dealt. Like it took me my almost like the rest of my health was. Damn it. Now I have to fight her shadow now.
Why won't anyone understand?
Labrys, I wanted to...
I kneel down to talk to Labrys, who's on the floor. The scenery beyond the glass wall begins to distort. This... Now we gotta solve this. Everything turns to red.
The real world that she basically the real world, well, the real inside TV world.
What is this? It's so horrifying that I almost fall backwards. These things shaped like people are hanging everywhere. There's a giant furnace-like object in the center, and more of things crammed into like trash. What in the world is this? Don't tell me. Is this what Labrys has kept hidden inside her heart? When I come back to my senses, I notice that the shadow has appeared behind Labrys.
Don't you get it? That'll never happen. You! Of course Chie-san's angry. You did lie to her after all. And wow, you didn't hesitate for a second to attack her. So you do want her to suffer then. You want to make her go through what you did, right? That's not true. You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through, right? That's why we're in a school having a fighting tournament. You want to see close friends fight for their lives against each other. Because if they do that, then they might understand. You want to make them understand. That ain't true!
Labrys clutches her head. I try to reassure her, but nothing I say seems to reach her. It's like the shadow is the only voice she can hear. The shadow twists its mouth into a smile and continues whispering into Labrys' ear.
It was all for nothing. It just left you more of an outcast than ever. It's all right, though. I'll take care of everything from here. You are me, after all. I'll destroy anyone who doesn't understand you and comes to get in your way. Just like you once did. Stop it! That's all a lie. You're not me. Labrys, no! You can't be me! Finally! You finally said it! Now, I can be myself!
Alright. Watch the cutscene now with Artorias, which we've already kind of seen. So, let's go fight her off.
A shadow going berserk? No matter how many times I see it, it's still overwhelming. But now isn't the time to think about stuff like this. Labrys goes limp and okay, I think there's a typo there. Labrys goes limp and falls to the floor. I stand between her and the shadow to protect her.
Okay, just wait for me.
I'm exhausted from today's series of battles. The shadow has an immense power. And even worse, I'm all alone in this fight. It's unlike anything from last year, but I'm surprisingly confident in myself. Of course, I'm nervous, but I have a strong resolve, and it makes up for any fear I might have. I mean, this is my wish after all. It's my dream too.
I'll make sure to protect you. If this is about wanting to protect someone, I damn well won't lose.
Alright, now let's go fight Labrys again, but version Artorias. Asterios, right? No, sorry. I said Artorias. Asterios. I'm getting combined with Tales of Berseria, I'm not gonna lie. Asterios, sorry.
Finally.
I mean, I gotta be honest. Asterios looks sick.
What was that about?
Damn it. Damn it. There we go. Ooh, that was a nice kick. That was a nice kick. Oh. That's better. That's better. That was a nice kick. And now we finish her off. Now we go up ahead, and now we fight off Labrys again with her Ariane, and then we finish off with Chie.
The shadow finally stops moving. I also sink to my knees as the tension drains out of me. But Labrys is safe. She's still trembling behind me, but at least she's not hurt. I was able to protect her, right?
Huh? Why did you protect me?
Weren't you mad?
Yeah, I can't blame her for thinking that. I was really angry back then, after all. I didn't even try to understand what Labrys was feeling. Seeing Lapras with that blank look on her face is funny for some reason. And I can't help but
I
laugh.
wasn't mad at all. Actually, it's you who should be mad at me. I said so many awful things to you. I'm really sorry.
I could never be angry at you. I'm the one who did all those awful things.
Lapras looks over to the shadow. There's a pain in her face. I wonder if she still can't completely accept her shadow. No, of course she can. It's not something that you can just accept without a lot of soul searching. She spent this whole time being tormented by what the shadow represented. Considering that, Lapras seems like a serious person. She might be the type to think that everything is her responsibility. But that's not true. There's no need for her to bear this alone. I want her to tell her that so badly right now.
About this Grand Prix. I mean, yeah, it was tough, but it wasn't all bad.
Huh?
It taught me a lot of important things.
My weakness. The ambiguity of the dream I embraced. I also was able to remember again the fact that I'm not alone. Just as the shadow said, my weak self may never completely disappear, but I can face that. I mean, I have friends with me after all. I'm not alone. That's why I'll be alright. I'll overcome oh my god. I'll overcome it no matter how many times I need to oh my god. How many times I need to from now on, okay. I'll overcome it no matter how many times I need to from now on.
That's why I want to thank you. And your other self over there too. I still don't know what kind of pain you've been through. So tell me about it. I want you to tell me everything, like how you feel and what you're thinking.
Tell you about myself?
Mm-hmm. I'll listen. If you have something that's too painful to bear alone, then let's work it out together.
Together? I'm not alone anymore?
I nod back to her. After hearing my words, Lapras finally looks up and looks to her other self. She's trembling, but she isn't looking away from anymore. I was so bad at explaining myself, but I think she understands what I was trying to say. Lapras stands up and walks towards her other self. I watch her as she walks over to the shadow, standing tall. Her posture tells me how she feels. It says, I'm alright now. Now we have the cutscene again, with obviously Lapras embracing herself, obviously awakening her persona. Everybody comes up again. Now that Lapras has accepted herself, she turns towards me. That's when she finally smiles. It's a smile from the bottom of her heart that I can tell she's never shown to anyone before. It makes even my heart skip a beat. Man, this girl is really pretty. I take Lapras with me and we go to get everyone who has been trapped by the walls created by the tournament rules. Since the real mastermind is gone, the invisible walls have disappeared and everybody should be free now. We go around to each place. Yukun, Yosuke, Yukiko, and Teddy. Rishi-chan brought Kanji, who finally woken up. And even Naoto-kun showed up, and she shouldn't be here, even be here. She told us that she just happened to be back in town because of the job she was doing. Oh my god, I'm sneezing. Eventually, we all got to the school's rooftop as a big group. When we opened the door to the rooftop area, we see something surprising. This isn't the rooftop at all. Instead, the area before us was the studio-like place that we had used as the entrance area to the TV world during the case last year. It should have disappeared after that, but it looks like it got restored when Lapras entered the TV world and the school was created. True, once the Midnight Channel started airing again, people would start taking in an interest like last year. So maybe that's why this studio place came back. Still, the investigation team is back together again. This would be the perfect time. Lapras was hiding behind me, but I reach around and shove her in front of me towards my
I have
friends.
someone to introduce to you guys. This here is Lapras-chan.
Chie-san?
I explain everything that's happened to everyone. I tell them that Labra is a victim of the events that took place here. And even though she has an obviously mechanical body, her heart is that of a human. A shadow had come out of her and was the one who masterminded this tournament, but Labra has accepted it and everyone's been resolved. And everything else that I may be forgetting right here. This is the third time today I've had to explain all this, so I think I've gotten pretty good at it. Labra looks anxious while I talk, but the first one to speak up after I'm done is Yukon. I expected as much. He's our leader after all.
That must have been tough. You feeling okay?
Huh?
Having a shadow come out of you is pretty draining. Seriously, I was ready to collapse for a few days when it happened to me.
I think everybody.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing that you're able to stand like that on your own.
I mean, she's a robot. She can overheat, but that's basically it.
Lapras looks back between me and everyone else with utter surprise. No one minds Lapras, and they keep trying to talk to her, all speaking at the same
Could
time.
it be because she's a mech? Wow! Isn't it cool for a mech like her to have a heart?
I can't think of any way it could be weirder than an idol, a detective, and a tame shadow, but here we are.
I don't know. I think Teddy was even crazier. The way he grew a body inside of himself from scratch.
Yeah.
I'm more intrigued by her than Teddy, though. May I examine your internal workings for a bit?
Now, Chan, if you're going to touch anyone's internal workings, do mine!
Teddy, stop being so horny for
With
once.
all due respect, I shall have to decline.
Man, I don't blame her for going all quiet right now. I tapped Labras on the shoulder, seeing that she's at a loss for words.
What's wrong, Labras?
Oh, well, I thought that everyone would be angrier.
That's what I thought, but Labras, you got it all wrong.
What would we be angry about?
Now that it's over, it wasn't all that bad.
The battle to decide the strongest man was pretty intense, though.
Is that what it was about?
Well, they may be taking it in stride a little more than is normal, but no one would hate you, Labras.
Labras looks at each person's face. Everyone's smiling, aren't they? I'm not lying.
Chie-san, thank you so much.
Jeez, you're so formal. You can just call me Chie. We're friends, remember?
Friends.
You can just call me Yukiko, too.
And you can just call me Prince Teddy.
That's longer than your real name, though.
Go back to the Wild Kingdom where you belong. Oh, would the carnivore like to join him?
What did you call me? Go back to the Disappointment Ranger Ressentiment hideout.
You've
Damn.
got it all wrong. Ressentiment is French. Ma is pronounced completely different from the man in Featherman.
It seems he's smarter than he looks.
Sheesh. We're wrapping up everything so well, and then Yosuke has to go on about stupid stuff. If we kept sniping at each other like this, Labras is just going to pull back into her shell, and we just got her to talking. Or so I thought. Labras burst out into laughter. That alone warms my heart. The case is finally over. The realization is finally hitting me. As I sigh in relief, some more people appear
Looks
behind
like
us.
everything's working out nicely.
That red cape, it's Akihiko-san. Could the other two ladies with him be his friends? I sense Labras go tense next to me. That's right, he said that he was going to take her back. I step forward as if protecting Labras. Not that I'm making a scene about it, but just in case.
So you're Satonaka. Akihiko told me about you. I'm Mitsuru Kirijo. In a way, you could say that I'm Labras's handler.
The beautiful woman in the coat introduces herself. Kirijo? That sounds familiar. Didn't Akihiko-san mention that name too?
I'm Aigis. Thank you so much for saving my older sister.
Older sister? Then are you Labras's younger sister? Wait, then are you a machine too?
Yes, I too am a robot.
Aiki-san smiles. I take a closer look at her. And it's true, her body's mechanical just like Labras. Wow, these robot girls running around. This is so futuristic. Who in the world made something like them? Wait a sec. Kirijo? Does she mean the Kirijo group, Kirijo? This is seriously a gigantic corporation? And if that's her last name, then... Oh, crap. These people are from a completely different world than the rest of us. I unconsciously stand up straighter. No, I can't lose my nerve. I have to make sure I stand my ground. I can't let them take Lapras away.
Chie-chan, it's okay.
As I open my mouth with resolution, Lapras stops me as she guessed what I was going to say. She steps around from behind me. Then she steps forward towards Mitsuru-san and the others.
You've come to take me away, yeah? I'm ready.
Lapras?
Chie-chan, I can't ask for anything more. I've made so many friends. And you've all accepted me. I'll be okay now.
But if you're caught, that's not okay.
She went through so much pain and we just became friends too. I want to spend more time laughing with her. I squeezed Lapras' hand. Lapras looks slightly troubled. And a heart-trending face that looks like she might be crying and smiling at the same
I'm sorry to interrupt the heated discussion, but I have no intentions of sealing you away.
Huh?
Your shadow going berserk was an irregularity caused by this world. It wasn't due to any malfunction in you. Luckily, because of what happened, you are now in complete control of your persona. Isn't that so, Akihiko?
Yeah, that's right.
Akihiko-san nods along with Mitsuru's words. Huh? But Akihiko-san wasn't there when Lapras gained her persona. As my gaze is wandering, Akihiko-san glares towards me in a significant way. Could it be that he helped us out? Not only he's strong, he's so understanding. He is a real man.
Not gonna be locked up?
Yes! I'm so glad for you, Lapras.
This is like a dream. I can't believe this. Thank you, Chie. Lapras?
Again with the hacking. Lapras suddenly stops moving. The way she stopped was odd. Akihiko-san and the others seemed to have noticed as well, and they furrowed their brows. That's
It's
when...
not over yet.
What was that? That wasn't Lapras' voice. It is emanating from her, but it's completely different. Seeing this, Mitsuru-san seems to pick up on something we couldn't.
Is this the same communication system we use? Everyone, step away from Lapras.
Mitsuru-san raises her voice as Lapras brandishes her battle axe. The metallic blade, almost as tall as she is, gouges at the ground. Small chips of concrete brush past my cheek as the floor breaks up. That was close. I mean, what's going on? I look back to Lapras in confusion, but there is no light in her eyes.
What the? I cannot gain access. She is being hacked. It isn't coming from inside this facility. The signal originates elsewhere.
You mean outside the TV?
This is just a little extra resistance. Now, entertain me.
The voice that comes back sounds nothing like her original voice. Within the blink of an eye, Lapras dashes towards me. There's no hesitation in her movement. If I don't brace myself, I'll be going down.
Why do we have to fight each other again?
For the third time. This time with a different persona. Chie is long. Chie's story is a bit longer. And that's because she has an alternative ending.
Final.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Stop it. Damn it. Her kicks with the power charge, her kicks does a lot of damage. That's what I discovered playing like trying her out.
My, she was quite easily defeated. Evidently, I didn't push her far enough. Well, she is a test unit, so this is as far as my little game goes.
The voice continues to emanate from Labrys, who has fallen to her knees and stopped moving. So whoever is speaking through her is controlling her. How dare they treat her like some object? What the hell's wrong with them?
Who are you? Why are you doing this to Labrys?
As I yell in anger, Labrys straightens up in an unnatural manner.
I should thank you all. Although this didn't work out, you did stay in it to the very end.
Labrys's shadow was only the mastermind of the tournament. I see now. You're the true culprit behind the whole thing.
That's right. Labrys wasn't a persona user. She was a victim. The shadow should have appeared after that. That means there was someone else who dropped Labrys in the TV. Just like in last year's case.
Indeed. It was I who stole Labrys away. Since I don't have a persona and can't enter a TV, I needed a puppet that could run amok for me. Labrys's persona was only partially awakened, so I had a feeling her shadow would appear if she underwent a little suffering. You got the better of me this time. You deserve to know at least that much.
This time? Are you still planning something?
Who knows?
What the hell? Labrys has a heart. Do you even understand how much pain she went through because of you?
Seriously, what the hell? Labrys is being controlled for some safe place outside the TV? How much suffering do they think she went through? How could they laugh when she's in so much pain? But the voice continues on mocking me for not understanding.
Meaningless. Whether or not she has one matters not at all to my plan.
What?
Well then, everyone, until we meet again.
The voice cuts out and Labrys immediately collapses on the spot. Aiga-san instantly catches her and calls out to her. But Labrys is unconscious. Calls to out her? I think that's another typo. Calls her out. I don't know what to think with my fists, so I begin swinging them aimlessly. We saved her, and she was so happy. Why did she have to be put through this?
It seems whoever our adversary is, they're connected to us. You shouldn't get involved in this any further. From here on, leave this to us.
Wait a sec! After what that bastard did to us, you're telling us to butt out?
I understand how you feel, but this is too dangerous for you. We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. Trust in us and let us work.
But
I'm so irritated that I can't put my thoughts into words. Mitsuru-san may be right, but that doesn't do anything for my feelings. I mean, if some bastard's going to say that a person's heart has no meaning, I can just let him get away with it.
Guys, let's leave this to them.
Huh?
I'm about to shout at Mitsuru-san, but Yukon stops me. We should get out of here, he says. I know what he's getting at, but yes, I'm clearly exhausted. And I did fight some seriously intense battles, one after another. And some of us, like Risi-chan, have been stuck in this world for so long that I'm sure we're at our limit. I mean, thinking rationally, I know that we need to go back home. Still,
Labrys.
Seeing Labrys unconscious in Aiga-san's arms wounds me. Isn't there anything that we can do for her? Do you have to say goodbye like this? I look towards Yukon once more when he winks at me.
What?
But when we return to the real world, all the energy that had been powering me so far drains away and I begin staggering. Everyone else appears to be in a similar state and we immediately go our separate ways without much discussion. I went straight home and I fell into bed, but I couldn't get to sleep. All these feelings are swirling around inside me and I can't sort them out. Sheesh. As I toss and turn in bed, my cell phone rings without warning. I look at it, but it's a number I don't recognize. I should ignore it. It doesn't bother me that I'm getting a call right now. But it does bother me to get a call right now. I decided to pick up. Lo and behold, the voice I hear is... The call said to meet a certain location the next morning. When I arrived, I saw an amazing limousine parked on the plain country road. Just, this thing is so long, it's insane. Even if this were a movie, it would have to be a comedy. It would have to be a comedy. Nobody would believe that a car this long and sleek would exist in real life. Can it even turn a corner? Obviously, why wouldn't it? It maybe, you know, touch corners. Maybe that's why it's got scrapes on the sides. But who knows? It can turn. It's hard to see through the windows of this ridiculous limo, but I can see 4 people who are just as remarkable as the car itself. Lapis had called me last night, and the people in the car were Mitsuru-san's group. Thank goodness she did wake up after all. When I call out to her, Lapis immediately gets out of the car. Mitsuru-san, Akihiko-san, and Aiga-san follow as well. Oh, and she's not carrying that axe on her back. I imagine that it would be hard to get into a car with that thing.
I'm sorry for calling you here all of a sudden, but they told me we'd be leaving already.
The follow-up is over after all. Our work here is done.
I'm glad to hear that, Master.
Master?
Actually, I spoke a bit with Akihiko-san on the phone last night too. When I thanked him for helping us persuade Mitsuru-san, all he said was it wasn't anything special, and he did what was necessary. Damn, what an awesome thing to say. During that little chat, I became convinced that what this person is striving for is very similar to my own goals. That's why I'm going to call him Master. I'll look up to him as an ideal until I can match his strength and resolve.
I told you to stop calling me that.
No, you're my master. Though, I gotta admit, part of me has just always wanted to say macho things like that.
But you're not a man.
A true man isn't bound by his sex.
I see. My apologies.
I was just like, oh, so that, yeah.
Your leap of logic is so extreme it could reach the moon.
Don't say that, I guess. That hurts, you know, bringing that up. Lapis giggles at seeing our banter. I can't help but smile as well. He sounds embarrassed, but then maybe a little happy too. Still.
You're going with them too, Labras?
To be honest, I wanted to be with her more, but if I say such things, it would just trouble Labras, so I swallowed those words. Lapis speaks to me as such things are going through my mind.
I decided I'm gonna work with Mitsuru-san, and then I'm gonna find whoever it was that set you all up and catch him myself. I won't let any danger come to you guys, so this is just a short farewell. Labras.
I felt like someone gripped my heart. Lapis has been through so much worse than we have. All the problems she had to face. Yet she's going to fight for us. Whoever this culprit is, they can't be allowed to get away with this to her. Lapis has such a kind heart. For them to treat her like some object is just unforgivable. My happiness for Lapis, my anger at the bastard who had controlled her, and my frustration at not being able to help. I feel tears in my eyes. I look down, not wanting her to see me cry, but a large hand slaps me on the back.
Your passion had a real effect on Lapras. You should be more proud.
Master!
A true man is only allowed to cry when he loses his wallet.
Akihiko!
Yes, Master!
That's a rather shallow occasion for tears. Did something happen to you during your trip?
It's true that the mental scars one would face if one lost one's wallet in an unknown land halfway across the globe would be immeasurable.
Ah, there they are. Hey!
Our friends have gathered around us. Of course, I told everyone about the phone call I've gotten from
Could have
Labras.
stayed a little longer, you know?
Seriously, we got a whole week off and we didn't get to hang out at all.
It's truly a shame. Well, until next time.
Mm-hmm. Until we meet again.
Lapras is smiling, surrounded by all of us. My passion had a real effect on Lapras. That's what my master said, but I don't think it's entirely true. Lapras changed because of her own will. She seriously wished that she was understood. That's why her wish came true. I think that's all there is to it.
We should get going.
At Mitsuru-san's signal, the limousine engine turns on. It's time for them to leave. Lapras' face clouds over. Sheesh, looks like I gotta say something.
No, a true man wouldn't cry.
make a bright smile. Labris also smiles, then enters the limo. As the car takes off, Labris sticks her head out of the window and yells loudly.
Chie, I'm really glad that I met you, Chie.
Oh, it's no use. I'm the one who told her not to cry. Lapis is smiling just like I told her. Looks like I won't be a true man today.
I'll see you.
Damn it. Come on, Chie. Let it all out. After seeing them off, we held the long postponed reunion party for Yukon. We were all feeling a little down after having to say farewell to Labris, but that immediately picked up our spirits back up. We were so happy that everyone was able to get together like this. We thought that it was impossible, and there was no one. Oh my god! And there was no more happy surprise. Also, this doesn't mean that we won't be able to see Labris again. I stretched out and looked up to the sky. Yep, Golden Week starts for us today. Later that night.
Dear Akihiko-san.
What are you doing, Chie? Chie, what are you doing?
That doesn't feel right.
I crumple up yet another piece of paper and throw it into the trash can. I just can't figure out how to start this letter. I'm not really good at writing letters.
Maybe it's too formal.
All those how to write professional business letters articles I looked up online really aren't very helpful. I take a deep breath
To my master. Ooh, much better.
I relax and my pen follows the wishes of my heart. I don't have the best penmanship, but I think a lot nicer to get a handwritten letter than an email.
How have you and Labris been? I've been well. I've been doing my best while remembering what you said to me on that day. Do you remember? You told me that I would be able to do the right thing. That made me want to become a police officer even more. So, in order to catch the culprit, me and the investigation team are... Oh, crap! Phew! That was close. I'm supposed to keep that a secret from him.
We're going to find the one who had been using Labris. In other words, the investigation team is back in action. That was the big surprise that had come out at Yukun's party. Yukun himself was the one who suggested it, so we were all surprised. Seriously. He said, let's have this to them right in front of Mitsuru-san and the others. But it looks like Yukon had other plans in mind right from the start. Man, if he can be such a convincing actor, I can't go spilling the beans in a letter. But to lie to Master? No, I have to lie to him. I can't let him find out no matter what. I crumple up the piece of paper again and throw it away.
I guess this really isn't my thing. I'll give it another try tomorrow.
I will be able to do the right thing. I'm going to believe in those words and do my best to live up to them. I really want him to know that. Next to the letter is the Police Academy entrance exam guide. I bought this a long time ago, but I haven't even touched it. I've got to face that someday too. When I look at the clock, I realize that it's already past midnight.
So sleepy. Since Yukon's with us again, we've got to give what we decided on our best shot. Investigating on our own, huh?
I stand up from my chair and stretch out, then fall into my bed. It's so fluffy I can't stop myself from immediately drifting off into sleep.
I'll do my best to...
My future. What I want to protect. An enemy we must fight. There's so much that I need to think about. I'm not going and thinking, and there's probably going to be a lot of things that don't go as we plan. But I just need to concentrate on one thing at a time. Even if something doesn't go well, I shouldn't let it get to me. Yes, because I have friends, I know I can go on.
Along with my friends.
Rest up, Chie. You did pretty good. Gold as well? Oh, wait, so it's the red ones that I need to focus on? Oh, okay. Maybe. I guess I haven't finished some of them. But what choices did I have with Yosuke? Just lineal, I guess, but who knows? For now, we're going halfway. We already got 51% already, so let's go with Yukiko and continue from cliffhanger.
Anti-Shadow?
Anti-Shadow's Labyrinth.
That was what Miss President said. Miss President is now completely different. Where she had arms and legs before is now metal. Her form was now exactly the same as the shadow, including all the mechanical
All
parts.
systems are clear. Commencing elimination.
Miss President then swings an axe with ease and begins fighting against the shadow. Amazing. That's the only word that comes to mind. She transformed from cowering girl into a robot trading blows with a shadow in an instant. And she doesn't even have a persona.
I can't believe this. You completely shut off your ego.
So you don't care if you live or die as long as you don't have to face up to what you really are? How ignorant are you?
The shadow crossed and destroyed the announcement room door, making her escape. Miss President follows suit. She doesn't acknowledge my voice in the slightest. I'm left dumbfounded in the room, trying to make sense of what I just saw. Miss President isn't human, but that can be.
It seems I came too late. She's an older generation model, yet she's this powerful?
The one that appeared from the broken door was... Wait, what? How do I put this in words? It was a woman wearing a white fur coat, but with some kind of skin-tight bodysuit. Like a secret agent from one of those action movies guys like so much. I like the bodysuit that he gave to Mitsuru. I'm like, damn, I like Mitsuru a lot from Persona 3, and they made her way better here. I hope in the future we get to see more of Persona 3 cast, specifically Mitsuru. Given her taste in clothes, I have no idea what kind of person she is at all. After she looks us all over, she gracefully rakes her hand in the air. And
Artemisia.
She summoned a persona? I tense up an instinct, but while I'm still in shock, the wounds on Yukun's body heal instantly. She's not an enemy.
Wait, you can use a persona? Actually, I didn't sense you at all. Who are you?
Well, since you've all become unavoidably involved with this, I'll at least tell you who I am. My name is Mitsuru Kirijo. In a way, I'm the one responsible for this commotion.
A persona user besides us? Wait, I feel like I've heard that name Kirijo before.
What do you mean you're responsible for this? Do you also know the reasons behind what happened a moment ago?
I'm sorry, but there's only so much I'm at liberty to tell you. Though it's only natural for you to have your doubts, I'll try and answer to the best of my ability.
Mr. Sun sighs before telling us about the sequence of events leading up to now. Even though it was simplified, what she told us came as a huge shock. She told us that shadows not only appear in the TV world, but that there are cases where they appear in the real world as well. On top of that, there's a never-ending battle, and Mitsuru-san is leading an organization created to fight those battles. And one of the weapons created for this was Labyrinth. That would be Miss President, who was with us until a moment ago. Oh wait, I had a feeling that I've heard that name Kirijo before. The Kirijo Group. It's not just a stock brokerage. Brokerage? It's a huge corporation that manufactures a lot of things. And if her last name is Kirijo, then that means this giant corporation is, and she's Wow, my mind is spinning for all the implications of this. I need to slow down for a moment. After I stop for a second and consider everything again, one thing stands out to me the most.
I can't believe this. A machine made with a heart so it could use a persona.
Well, we did just see it in action.
I understand that it's hard to believe, but I'm not lying to you. It's the truth. Of course, I didn't expect a shadow to emerge from her like that.
Mitsuru-san continues on after looking us straight in the eye.
You should leave the rest of this to us. It's all right if you back out now.
Her words have an air of authority to them. She seems very strong-willed. This is a person who's well aware of the gravity of the situation. She's right, though. Ordinary high school students like us probably shouldn't be involved in a case like this. Even though she healed Yukun, I can't help but worry about him. I'm concerned about the friends I left behind as well.
I understand what you're saying, but I can't leave Miss President like this.
What? Why not?
From what you told us, it seems like she was created only to fight. But I can't claim that this has nothing to do with me. The way she talked was just like a normal girl.
Miss President was suffering. Even if she was a robot created only for fighting, I can't leave her be after seeing her so emotional. She's not just a robot anymore.
I promised her that once we got to the bottom of this, we'd go out and have fun together. I can't break that promise. If she has a heart, that's all the more reason I can't turn my back on her.
That's right. It doesn't matter if she is a machine. She and I were able to relate to each other. And she protected us. If she's suffering right now, then I want to be by her side and support her. To Mitsuru-san, this may seem like nothing more than an emotion-fueled plea coming from an unrelated high school student, but I still don't want to back down.
I'd like to make a request too. Will you take Yukiko with you?
Yukun?
Don't worry about us. You need to save Labrys right now.
That's right, Yukiko-senpai. You gotta do your best in our place.
Yukun, Risi-chan, thank you. Mitsuru-san looks at us waiting tensely and furrows her brow. Then she speaks up.
If you're still concerned about Labrys despite knowing the dangers involved, then I won't stop you.
Thank you.
But we can't waste any more time. Let's go.
Coming.
Mitsuru-san takes the lead and exits the announcement room. Sometimes like get stuck. I sprint after her. Yukun and Risi-chan cheer me on. I feel their support boosting my spirits. This is the course I have decided upon myself. I have no doubts anymore. I must accomplish this no matter what. Most likely we're gonna fight against Mitsuru. I follow Mitsuru-san and chase after Labrys. Those invisible walls are still in the way. Trying to chase someone down while being blocked at every turn, it's really annoying. We eventually led to one of the empty classrooms and Mitsuru-san's face turns gloomy.
Another one of those invisible walls.
She reaches towards the other exit to test out and knocks on thin air. Does that mean... I reached out to the door we just passed through. Another invisible wall. We can see outside, but we can't leave.
Oh no, does this mean...
Ugh, the tournament rules are still in effect, it seems. She plans to make us fight each other. I should have seen this coming.
Mitsuru-san draws the thin sword at her waist, as if resigned to the task before us. Don't tell me. Do I have to fight against Mitsuru-san now? Even with her sword pointed at me, I can't bring myself to take a defense stance. Seeing me like that, Mitsuru-san furrows her brow. She's turned completely cold, unlike a moment ago.
She's trying to buy time. That means the situation can still get worse. We don't have much time. Let's settle this.
Mitsuru-san!
Is that as far as you're willing to go? Wasn't there something you wanted to protect?
What I want to protect? That's right. I made the decision to come with her because I wanted to save Miss President. No, Labrys. But to fight against someone I just met for no reason. Mitsuru-san must have sensed my lack of determination because her expression becomes even more stern.
Let me clear up any misunderstanding you may harbor. All responsibilities regarding Labrys devolve to me. I respect her feelings, but I can't allow people's lives to be put at risk. If all else fails, destroying her is also an option.
Destroying her?
If your desire to protect her is real, you can prove it by beating me. But if you won't fight, then keep trembling where you are, and I'll settle this very quickly indeed.
She's not saying this as a threat. One look at her face tells me she's serious. If it comes down to it, this person really has to resolve to destroy Lapras. Then I need to make up my mind too. I must resolve to fight to protect her.
I'll fight. Whatever I think. If only one of us can move on, it should be whoever's stronger.
Now that's what I was hoping to hear. Of course, whether or not you can best me is another matter.
Alright. Let's see about that, Mitsuru. I sense her strong power from Mitsuru-san's persona. But I don't want to lose. I'm fighting for Lapras. Alright. Show me what you got. I'm ready. Actually, the first time we actually get to face Mitsuru here, so let's see how the AI treats me.
Finally.
I mean, look at Mitsuru. Damn it. That was a close fight.
Well done. You have proven your resolve.
Nice. Upon saying so, Mitsuru-san smiles. It seems that the sternness she had before the fight wasn't genuine.
Now go after her. I'm confident that you can salvage her heart.
Even though she had spoken about destroying her like an object before the fight, she just said her heart. Could it be...
Did you let me win on purpose?
I object to the question. I don't indulge people in critical situations like this.
Yeah, she's right. The stern words Mitsuru-san said before we fought may have actually been an attempt at kindness on her heart. Me going forward instead of her means that if worse comes to worse, I will have to make that painful decision myself. If you think of it like that, losing on purpose wouldn't be kind at all. I chide myself for having such a soft thought. Saving someone's life isn't something that you can do half-heartedly. It was the same with last year's case too. Since I fought Mitsuru-san and won, I must accomplish this no matter what.
Then I'm going now. And I'm coming back with Lapras no matter what.
That's the spirit. I'm counting on you, Amagi.
I turned back towards Mitsuru-san and ran out of the classroom. I hurried and tried to make my way to Lapras as quickly as possible. Guess she's in the announcement room. I proceed down the hallways once again, led by invisible walls. As I make my way, I notice that I'm being led back to the announcement room where I had rushed out of not long before. What's the meaning of this? The door that was destroyed earlier is back to normal. I don't see Yukiko nor Rise-chan around either. I try opening the door. I need to figure out why is this happening.
What's going on?
I feel like I'm going to go insane. When I open the door, the scene beyond the window has completely changed. There are tons of grotesque things that are shaped like people. This seems entirely different from the announcement room I was in earlier. Lapras and her shadow are fighting within the sinister red world and trying to destroy each other.
Please wake up!
There's no light in Lapras' eyes. She's expressionless, like she really is a machine. She looks entirely different from when she had called herself student council president. Is this Lapras' true form? No, that's
You
not
don't
it.
have to fight like that. Don't act like you're a machine.
Lapras, who noticed my voice, takes distance from her shadow and turns to me. Her expression is still robotic.
Analyzing voice print. Identity confirmed as Yukiko Amagi. Yukiko Amagi.
We made a promise to each other. You just have to be yourself.
Yukiko-san?
Lapras' eyes looks different now. They're not the eyes of a machine anymore. They're eyes of the girl I've come to know in this short time. But once she drops her mechanical nature, her precise mechanical movements lose their rhythm. The shadow who had been watching us distorts her lips into a smirk and seizes upon this opening.
Really? After she lied to you and used you all this time? That's not... First, you deceived her by acting human. And now that things aren't going your way, you've decided to be a machine instead? Why don't you just give it up? Just tell everyone how you really feel. You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through, right? That's why we're in a school having a fighting tournament. You want to see close friends fight for their lives against each other. Because if they do that, then they might understand. You want to make them understand. No! That wasn't my wish at all!
The shadow glares at me with as much hate as she could muster. Lapras looks towards me as well, and her face scrunches up into a ball of sadness. I want my pain to be understood. The shadow made us friends fight against each other in this TV war because Lapras wished for it to happen? Does that mean Lapras was forced to fight against those who were close to her too? Just because she's a weapon? I don't think I can ever truly say that I understand how she feels. But
It's all right. I don't know what happened to you in the past, but whatever it was, it doesn't define you. I understand that much at least.
Understand? What could you possibly understand? All you've got is some cheap, self-righteous pity.
That's not true.
it's not cheap. I know. I've seen Lapras' kind expressions. She's no different from any ordinary girl.
Please stop! I've had enough!
My words still don't reach her. The shadow ridicules Lapras, who is still trembling in place.
Then let me take over from here. I'll destroy everyone who pretends to understand, just like you did before. Stop!
Upon hearing Lapras' voice, the shadow's face contorts into glee. And that's when I finally figured it out. No, that's not right. I didn't figure it out. I remembered. I should have realized it much sooner. A shadow's true objective. That's...
No! You're not me! Yes, that's right. I'm myself. I'm not you anymore.
Now we see Asterios again, so we might as well skip that.
A shadow goes berserk and gains power after it's denied by its owner. I knew that, and yet I didn't stop it from happening. I stepped between Lapras and the shadow, who has changed into an ominous form. I couldn't stop her shadow from going berserk, but it's still not too late.
What? You're still gonna stand in my way? Fine! I'll crush you along with the real one!
Same thing happened to me too. I'm only here right now because Yukiko and the others saved me when I rejected my own weaknesses. And just like then, someone needs to step in and save someone else. This time, it's my turn to save Lapras.
Alright, let's see how we're gonna deal. Yukiko, I think it's the short or something?
Finally! Fight!
Stay away! Stay focused. Keep focused. You missed. Keep focused. This is it. Dumbass.
Even the persona has armor. God damn it.
Oh, God damn it, Asterios. Damn it. No, no. I was doing so well. But like I said, Asterios just works on its own. It's so annoying. I mean, to be honest, I did it with Yosuke pretty easy because because he's so fast and he maneuvers his surroundings. Place bookmark. So her level actually goes maximum, which is 9, which that's literally the strongest. Yeah, your strongest fire you're gonna deal. Labra's shadow collapses and stops moving. Thank goodness. Seems that I managed to win. All that's left is for Labras to accept her shadow, and it should put an end to everything. But the weight of the past Labras is harboring isn't a normal thing. When anyone goes through tough times, the wish that normal people would experience their pain arises in everyone's mind at one point or another. But the pain from her past comes from her being forced to kill her friends. Isn't comparable to the problems I needed to face last year. If I were forced to take Chie's life with my own hands, I think I would go insane. I wonder if she'll be okay.
Labras.
I call to Labras while my heart is pounding. Labras answered in a teary voice. Have to support her. There's no way I can understand everything she's gone through. But that's precisely why she needs my support.
Why did you save me? You already know I'm a machine. I'm a machine that's supposed to protect people. But because what they did to me was so painful, I took it out on other people too. So why are you? It's okay. You must have suffered so much. I'm sorry. You went through so much pain to protect us. But it's all right now. I won't let those things happen to you anymore.
Labras looks up in response to my words. When I think about when Labras protected us from her shadow, how she closed off her heart and reverted to the mechanical self that she never wanted to show anyone, my heart aches. I never want her to go through that again. Labras has already lived through so many painful experiences. Because of that, I could never truly say that I understand her feelings. But I'm sure that I can at least protect her so that she won't have to go through this pain anymore.
It doesn't matter if you're human or not. I'm your friend. We made a promise, remember?
You want to be friends?
Be friends? We're friends already. That's why, if you're going through tough times, I'll always be there to help you through and protect you. Labras seems genuinely surprised. She probably doesn't realize it, but she doesn't look anything like a machine when she makes faces like that. I can tell that you truly have a heart.
I faced my own shadow too. I wanted to blame everything on someone else because I felt so powerless. I was waiting for someone to do my work for me. I wanted to escape from my life, so I dreamed that a prince would take me away. But my friends helped me realize that was just me trying to run from my problems.
I recount my own experiences for Labras. It's the same as what Labras went through a moment ago. She has feelings, experiences that she didn't ever want other people to know about. The truth was too painful to accept, so she rejected it. Labras has a heart just like I do.
The reason I could accept my weakness and fight this to the very end is because I had my friends helping me. I had friends who worried about me, who stood beside me. I wasn't alone.
I smiled at Labras. This is Yukon did for me back then.
That gave me unimaginable strength. You're not alone anymore either. I'm sure you'll be able to find a place where you belong too.
Admitting your own weakness is scary. No one wants to see their weakness, but I know that it's possible if you don't have to face it alone. When Lapis hears my words, the light returns to her eyes. I can sense a strong will from her. That light must be from her heart. I'm so glad that my words got through to her. Lapis nods reassuringly and then begins walking towards her shadow. She takes the steps forward towards her own weakness. Or should we get the cutscene again? Before long, Risa-chan contacted us. She must have sensed the shadow's disappearance, and we managed to join up with each other. The visible walls and the tournament's rules both seem to have stopped when Labras accepted her own shadow. As Risa-chan uses her personas to contact everyone, I tell them that everyone's been solved. Some of us are surprised to discover that Kanji-kun is here, as well as Naoto-kun, who wasn't even supposed to be in Inaba today. Risa-chan tells everyone to meet up on the rooftop. For what she says, the studio-like space connected to UNES seems to have been restored there. The four of us immediately begin to head towards the entrance, but Labras stops. When I ask what's wrong, she responds anxiously.
Hey, can I really come with you? Seems like I'd just be a nuisance.
Huh? What do you mean, a nuisance?
Well, you know, I'm a machine. There'd be all sorts of problems.
There would?
What does she mean, problems? Compared to Teddy, I think of any possible issues Labras would cause.
Are you saying it wouldn't bother you and your friends? Wow. You sure are cool about all of this.
Jeez, Labras, you sound more human than a lot of people out there. If I were you, I'd brag about it. You don't think it's cool being a robot and a persona user?
It's unique, that's for sure. In any case, there's no way you'd be a nuisance.
Yukon and Risa-chan both laugh out loud. I can't help but giggle along with them. Considering our circumstances, there's nothing all that weird about Labras. She's now a good friend of ours, no different from anyone else here.
Hey, there they are. Welcome back.
Yukiko! You really outdid yourself this time!
When we reached the entrance area, Yukiko-kun and Chie called out to me. They've been worried about me ever since I fought against them. Teddy noticed that Labras is with me and immediately dashes over with glee.
Are you okay, Miss President? I was so worried about you. Huh? Those hands and legs, are they accessories? You're so meta-luring.
I can scarcely believe my eyes. The Kirijo group's humanoid weapons actually exist.
Naoto-kun seems to know a bit about her already. But yeah, considering that everyone is here, I think now is a good opportunity to introduce her. I tell everyone everything that happened with Labras, with some help from Yukon's supplemental comments. After I finish talking, silence washes over the rooftop. Labras has fallen silent too and looks nervous. Kanji-kun is the first to speak.
I don't really get what's going on, but everything worked out, yeah? So I'm glad everyone's all right.
What's with the jumping to conclusions? You're one of the things that got us into this mess, you know.
Well, that was anyone could have done that.
Actually, are you feeling okay? You're not tired or... Oh, what am I saying? Of course you're tired.
Huh? No, I'm fine. Isn't there something wrong with this picture? Shouldn't you guys be pissed at me and all?
Huh? What would we be mad about?
Nah, don't worry about it. We're cool. Pretty much all of us have caused trouble for each other because of our shadows.
Yeah, especially Kanji-kun.
Me? That's not fair. I never saw your guys' shadows, you know. Naoto's was pretty crazy, at least.
Don't drag me into this. I mean, after the epithet given to Kanji-kun, I imagine that his shadow must have been far, far worse than mine.
Hell no!
Labras blinks in surprise after seeing the group's unusual friendly space. See, I told you that there wouldn't be any problems. When I say that to her, Labras quietly replies back, "Man, you were right." And then...
Well done, Amagi. I had every confidence that you could do this.
I hear a voice behind me. When I turn around, I see Mitsuru-san and two other people. Were they? Were they in here looking for Labrys too? Like Mitsuru-san, they both have weird outfits. And that person...
It's nice to meet you all. My name is Aigis. Thank you very much for saving my sister.
A girl with a body similar to Labrys seems to have noticed me, looking at her and addresses me. Sister? Does she mean Labrys? And that means...
What? Excuse me, but you're... I mean, are you also...
Yes. I too am a robot.
She's kind of a later version of what Labrys was built for. Oh, I'm Akihiko Sanada. Sorry for all the trouble.
So Aika-san is the robot and Hagihiko-san is the one wearing a red cape? Okay, I've committed them to memory. I've committed them to memory. Then again, I guess it would be harder to forget them. In contrast with those two, Labrys takes a step back. Her expression is tense. Is she nervous? Of course she is. They came in looking for her after all. Oh yeah, I didn't introduce everyone to Mitsuru and her friends. Well, I'm still flustered. Yukon and Risi-chan officially introduced them to everyone else. And afterwards, Mitsuru-san explains the circumstances and how they ended up here to us. More like to Labrys, though. How this case began by Labrys by being dropped into a TV. And how they all pursued her into this world. As Mitsuru-san explains their intentions, Labrys seemed to get even more nervous. She must be worried. But it's alright. Mitsuru-san realizes Labrys' emotional state. She turns her gaze towards Labrys and kindly smiles to her.
Don't worry. I'm not planning to seal you away again.
But I ran wild and caused so much trouble. I mean, not just today, but back then, too.
You've awakened to your persona and gained control over it. You're hardly a rogue test unit anymore. Besides, you have a heart. We would never treat anyone with a heart so poorly.
Mitsuru-san really is as kind as I thought. Her emotions seem to have reached Labrys as well. She's about to smile to answer Mitsuru-san. Her expression goes blank and she suddenly stops moving. Huh? What's going on?
Huh? Labrys' recognition signal has been interrupted. Someone is hacking into her.
Recognition signal? Hacking? What does she mean? Just as I'm about to reach towards Labrys.
It's not over yet.
A completely different person's voice come out of Labrys' mouth. Upon hearing that, Mitsuru-san noticed something I don't, and mutters in surprise.
Is this the same communication system we use?
What are you standing around for? Everyone, get away from Labrys!
Labrys' hand jerkily reaches towards the axe on her back. After a moment's pause, she swings at us all without any hesitation.
Labrys! What's going on? I cannot gain access. She's being controlled. It isn't coming from inside this facility. The signal originates elsewhere.
You mean outside the TV?
This is just a little extra resistance. Now, entertain me.
Labrys dashes towards us with glazed eyes. Just when everyone is shell-shocked by the sudden turn of events, I stand before Labrys.
Hey, what are you doing? It's too dangerous.
I'll stop her. Isn't this part of protecting her? I need to stop this.
Amagi.
I don't know what's going on, but there's no way Labrys would try to hurt everyone. If someone is controlling her, I have to put a stop to it. I draw my fan and face her. I made a promise to her earlier. I promised that I never let her suffer alone again.
Wake up!
All right, let's get into this. All right.
Finally. Fight!
Uh-oh. Seriously? I was covering. Oh well. Let me try that again.
Final. Fight!
Oh my gosh!
Already burst. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. It's the armor. It's so bullshit. Apart with her persona, that persona specifically, she gained so much control.
Final. Fight!
No, 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 no. Come on. Ah, there we go. I had to cheese it there. Alright, this should be over.
My, she was quite well, she is a test unit, so this...
Alright, we already gonna know that. A disgustingly carefree voice emerges from Labras, who has ceased moving. Her eyes are still lifeless. My friend Labras still hasn't returned. An uncontrollable fury races through me in hearing that voice describe her like some broken toy.
Who are you? Give Labras back!
Very well. I've acquired enough data after all. I should thank you all. Although this didn't work out, you did stay in it to the very end.
Labras's shadow was only the mastermind of the tournament. I see now. You're the true culprit.
Alright, I don't already know this. Mizuru-san's words make me remember. Now that I think about it, Labra's shadow separated from Labras when she entered the TV. In other words, she only sponsored the tournament. But she didn't drop herself into the TV. Without someone to do that, this case could not have happened. Does this mean that that culprit is controlling Labras from somewhere outside the TV? Somewhere safe? That can't be forgiven?
Indeed. It was I who stole Labras away. Since I don't have a persona and can't enter a TV, I needed a puppet that could run amok for me. Labras's persona was only partially awakened, so I had a feeling her shadow would appear if she underwent a little suffering. You got the better of me this time. You deserve to know at least that much.
This time? Are you still planning something?
The corporate mocks us. I can't take this anymore. I thought I was finally able to save her. I thought that everything would be alright now.
That's enough! You're the worst! Labras has a heart! How can you do this to her knowing that?
A heart, Meaningless. Whether or not she has one matters not at all to my plan.
That's it!
The voice continues mocking us and ignores my words.
Well then, everyone, until we meet again.
It sounds like the culprit just cut off communication. In that moment, Labras falls to her knees. I rushed over to support her, but she's gone completely limp. Her metal body's very heavy. Everyone here goes silent, and a heavy atmosphere fills the area.
Mitsuru-san looks gloomy, but she speaks up with determination in her voice.
It seems whoever our adversary, I advise you not to get involved in this matter.
Wait a second. We can't just leave things like this.
I understand how you feel. We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. Trust in us and let us work.
I'll skip any dialogue that we already kind of heard like for the 4th time. This is different from the way she was acting towards me earlier. This time Mitsuru-san isn't testing me. My god, I think the heat is getting to me again. This time Mitsuru-san isn't testing me, but completely rejecting our involvement outright. I think that what she's saying is probably the correct course of action. There must be something big going on behind this. And if that's the case, high school students are probably going to be less equipped to handle it than a well-founded organization like Mitsuru-san. But still, I can't just back down.
Guys, let's leave this to them.
Huh? Are you serious?
You must realize Mitsuru-san's resolution too. This must be something we have to come to an understanding about. My mind understands that, but my heart still.
Yukiko, it's best for now if we go home.
Yukun puts his hand on my shoulder. Huh? Did I just hear him say "for now" under his breath? When I look up in reaction to Yukun's words, I see a strong fire in his eyes. I see. I don't need an acknowledgement. Very straightforward. Now we're gonna go on the TV. She's at home. The phone calls, that kind of stuff. After we got out of the TV, we disbanded on the spot without much conversation. Mitsuru-san and her friends were a bit flustered to pop out of the Junens in the midst of a bunch of shoppers. That goes for all of us, really. With this many people looking out of the ordinary, we did cause a bit of a stir. I regret that we had to part there so quickly because there was so much more that I wanted to say. But I know that there was no way I could really express everything anyway. When I return to the inn, the day's exhaustion hits me all at once. I draw a bath and even fall asleep in the bathtub for a bit. After waking up, I go back to my room and prepare for bed. But then I receive a call from an unknown number. Usually I don't pick up calls from numbers I don't recognize, but something tells me I should take this one. And good thing I did.
And allow me to thank you once again. You did a lot to help today.
Mitsuru-san steps out of the long limousine parked in the outskirts of the shopping district and bows deeply to us. We're still in Inaba, but she and this big black limousine are so out of place. It feels like we're someplace else entirely. I could just tell that everyone around us is watching us. Since Mitsuru-san and her friends have finished investigating this case, it seems they'll be leaving Inaba. Standing next to her is Labris. She's the one who called us so we could say a farewell in person.
Come on, Yukiko. We have to see her off properly.
Huh? Yeah.
Labris was controlled by the culprit back in the roof, but there seemed to have been no major issues when her body, so she looks like she's going to be fine. I should be happy knowing that she's safe. I should be smiling, but I just can't. I ended up sounding downcast when I speak.
You really are going with them. I'm gonna miss you guys, but I made my decision to throw in with Mitsuru-san. I want to capture whoever's behind this. Whatever it takes. You know how you protected me this time? Now it's my turn to repay the favor.
I'm about to say that she doesn't have to worry about such things, but I stop myself. I see. So Lapras made this decision herself. I wish she could stay here with us. But if my friend made this decision, then I need to support her.
I'm definitely gonna be back someday. So why don't you give me a rain check on that promise? Sound good?
Yeah, that's all right. It's still a promise.
Hearing that, I'm finally able to smile for Lapras. She's right. It's not like this would be the last time we see each other. I promise we'll never change.
I'll be waiting for you, though. If you break my promise, I'll make you rue the day.
Lapras laughs and shrugs at my joke. I need to protect this place, the place that she promised she'd return to. It's not just succeeding my family at the inn anymore. I have another reason I need to stay here.
We'll all be waiting for you.
Come back soon.
Everyone else feels the same way. It's sad to have to part with someone after just being friends, but we all believe that we'll see her again. Lapras looks like she's about to cry, but she manages to keep her smile and nods. Mitsuru-san tells her that they're about to leave, and once the two of them enter the limousine, it quietly heads off. Lapras pokes her head out of the window, waves back at us. She keeps waving until we can't see the card anymore.
Oh, she's really gone.
Yeah, but she said she'd come see us again, so enough with the pitiful frown.
What? Did you just call me pitiful? What an incredibly rude thing to say to an idol. Just so you know, I've done a lot of ads for companies under the Kirijo umbrella. I wish I could have introduced myself better.
Interesting point. Karashi actually opened up about her idol life there, and that she has done stuff in the Kirijo name. Okay, so at least she has some type of connection. And just like that, we're back to our normal selves. It is sad that Lapras isn't here, but Kanji-kun is right, and Goldwing has just started for us. I wasn't able to prepare another box lunch so quickly after yesterday's event, but instead I have a great suggestion.
Why don't we go to June S? We haven't had our welcome back party for Yukon yet.
Great idea, Yuki-chan. I was just thinking the same thing.
You're right. It's been a while too, so let's all go there and catch up.
Yosuke-kun and Yukon glance at each other upon hearing my suggestion. Could they be scheming something?
Alright, sounds like a plan. We have a few things to talk to them about too, right, partner?
Yeah, let's go, everyone.
Looks like those looks. That's like some kind of secret friend wink, isn't it? They're definitely up to something. I'm not exactly sure what's going on between them, but I do have an idea. I'm guessing it's probably something we'll all get together for, right? We still have a lot of Golden Week left after all. After the welcome party for Yukon and Chie and I are in the miscellaneous goods section looking at trinkets. Teddy and Yosuke-kun have gone back to work while Rise-chan takes Naoto-kun shopping. Yukon and Kanji are together in the grocery area. Everyone is just doing their own thing.
Boy, was I surprised when Yukon brought that up. I didn't tell her we wouldn't get involved, was it? Can you believe him?
No kidding. I wonder what Mitsuru-san would say if she heard that.
What Yukon and Yosuke-kun brought up during the welcome back party was the reformation, or more like the reformation of the investigation team. And it was decided that we all pursue this case by ourselves. There were no objections, of course. Everyone seemed to have been waiting for Yukon's words and all spoke up at once. There's no way we can leave what happened inside this town's TV to someone else. I feel bad for Mitsuru-san, but I was really happy that the two of them were thinking the same thing. I mean, Lapras is our friend. There's no way we can sit back and watch while our friend's out there doing her best. Especially since this happened in our own backyard.
The Kirijo group, huh? If things go bad, this can be an even bigger problem than last year.
I'm sure we'll be able to handle it.
You really stepped up to the plate this time. I think I like this new side of you.
I'm a bit happy to hear that from Chie. Wow, that was close. We almost absentmindedly walk right by the section we were looking for. We start our destination, the small shop inside June S. Look at these two, always being together. The duo. The dragon duo. I pick up some different colored hair ornaments and compared them.
Wow, this is hard. So many choices. What color should I get?
You're really into this. Hey, how about this? I think it'll look good on you.
Oh, no, it's not for me.
Pink, yellow, green. As I compare the different colors while answering Chie, she thinks for a bit before making a realization.
Oh, right. We might see her sooner than we think.
That's right. I'm sure that the culprit will be caught out faster if we cooperate, rather than leaving Mitsuru-san and her people alone to handle it. And that means that the day when I keep my promise with Labrys will come sooner too. Until then, I need to find a color that fits her. I pick various colors scrunchies and imagine how they'd look decorating Labrys' hair. Embarrassed smile springs to mind as well.
I just know she'll love it.
And there we have it. Huh. So I guess red is still like not done yet? So something like I go back to instead of the gold ones? So but what do I have with Yosuke? Interesting. Huh. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave the episode right here. That was awesome. Now we can finally we finally done Chie and Yukiko, and then maybe next episode would be Kanji and Akihiko. So then we can start off finishing off the rest of the characters we have as well. And whatever else happens, obviously through Yosuke and Labrys, which I'm still kind of like like weird out how they're in red and the rest of them are in yellow. I don't remember this too much, but I think we're not quite done with them either, even though we completed them. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, peace out.